All right, all right. We are about to get started in just 1 second. I just wanted to invite you to Blitz Club today. This is your time to get focused, tackle your task, and really crush your to do list. This is a supportive group, whether you're here to kind of clear out your inbox or um, work on a big project or knock out smaller tasks. Like this place is all about productivity and accountability. So here's the deal, we'll be working on two 40-minute focus sessions using kind of like the Pomodoro technique with 5-minute breaks in between. So these breaks are your time to go and stretch, grab a drink, share wins with the group, whatever you choose to do. With what we're doing with Blitz Club, it's more than just a work session. It's a chance to basically harness the power of collective energy. When we show up together, we create momentum that's pretty hard to achieve alone. So just kind of to get the best and most use of our time together, I would say to pick one or two tasks to focus on during each work sprint. Work on trying to keep your distractions to a minimum. So turn off notifications and kind of commit to the process. And then during the breaks, remember we're having 5-minute breaks in between. You can share your progress, your wins, or any insights. You can come on stage with me on StreamYard, or you can put your insights and wins into the chat, and we'll make sure that we're reading those for you. So I do want you to remember this is your space. So whether you get one task done or 10 tasks done, what really matters is showing up and making progress. So let's start strong. Just take a minute right now to drop it in the one thing that you're going to be working on during this first session. Seeing everybody's focus kind of creates energy and accountability. And don't forget, we're here to kind of support and motivate each other. So let's cheer each other as we go. We have about 3 minutes and then we're going to get started with our live first session. I do want to give everybody a chance to kind of get in and then get settled. If you want to clear out your workspace, for me, it's clearing off tabs on my windows so that I can not be distracted when I'm ready to get started. I find that really jumping in um, without kind of prepping my space distracts me from getting started right away. So if you could go ahead, close out any windows that you're not planning on using, that's super helpful. Um, and then also put in the chat where you're coming in from and what you plan to do for the day. And I'll post that on just as a bit of a reminder so we know as people come online what they should be doing. We have about 2 minutes left. Get your last little stretch in. Go get your water, bring it to you so you don't have to leave while you're working. And we'll get started in just a couple minutes. All right, we're getting started in just 1 minute. Remember, as you come in, let us know where you're joining from and what you plan to work it on for your first 40-minute co-working session. And it's to do like a little bit of a repeat of what this is. So this is Blitz Club Session Turbo Thursdays. My name is Jasmine. Our goal is to really focus and get through work uh, with a supportive group. So whether you're here to clear out your inbox or work on a big project or knock out smaller tasks, this is all about productivity and accountability. So this uh, time around, we're working on two 40-minute work sessions with a 5-minute break in between. Those breaks are your time to go stretch, grab a drink, share wins with the group. And we really want to make this more than just a work session. It's a chance to really harness the power of collective energy. When we show up together, we create momentum that's hard to achieve alone when you're trying to work on some tasks. So it's kind of like we're all in here. I'm working and I know that you're working. So it helps keep me on task so I can really crush through my to do list. I'm going to post the link. So if you want to join on stage, feel free. You can share your screen or not share your screen. It's no problem either way. But really participating in the process is the way to get a lot of your work accomplished. So remember, it's 2 40-minute sessions. We're getting started in about a couple minutes. I'll say in about a minute. I'll skip this task because I've actually done the intro already. And we're going to get started blitzing right now with our work. Put in the chat, let us know where you're joining from and what you plan to work on for your first 30 minutes, and we'll get started right now.
T'es prêt?
All right. We have finished our first 40-minute session of Blitz Club today, Turbo Thursdays with Jasmine. So hopefully you're able to get some work done. Remember, this is two 40-minute focus sessions of work with a 5-minute break in between. And hopefully you're able to get through your list and get your work done. If you have any productivity wins that you want to share, please enter those inside of the comments. If you would like to join me on stage, just join the link that's inside of these comments and you can join me on stage. Um, I do want to give you some tips when it comes to productivity. There's definitely some micro habits that you can have for success. So I spoke a little bit early on this. So start the day with a 5-minute planning session. So your top 3 priorities that you want to tackle for the day. It's a small habit that creates a sense of clarity and focus, and it helps me personally to set the tone for a productive day. To stay focused, I practice the 2-minute rule. So normally you hear that if you're taken off task, it takes you about 20 minutes to get really back and focused and able to get into your work. If a task takes a little bit of a veer, just take a minute, breathe in and focus and reset. So when you feel distracted, just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths and reset. This habit can help break that cycle of distraction and help you refocus a little bit more quickly than 20 minutes, which is great. At the end of the day, I like to take a break or two and just jot down a couple of the accomplishments that I've had or lessons learned. So, what it does is it allows me to know that although I may not have gotten everything done within my day, I've definitely made progress. And so, it helps with positive reinforcement and reinforcing progress, even if it's small. And I know I've talked about this before, but for me, I set up time periods of work. So if it's 30 to 40 minutes, that's fine. If I'm working on large tasks that take a lot of time, I know that if I've worked during that time, I'm making progress. And I spoke a little bit about the compound effect. And so you can go positive mini activities or negative mini activities. And over time, it makes a great impact. So even though things may seem a little bit overwhelming, going ahead and still putting in the work helps you to get through it. Then making sure that you stretch or move every hour. So you can stand, stretch, walk around for just a minute every hour. And really, this helps you to keep your energy levels up and reduces your burnout and helps you with physical activity and mental stamina over time. So these are some small habits that can gradually help you with your routines for greater productivity and well-being. If there's any ones that you personally use, go ahead and put those in the chat so we can start taking a look at them and seeing if those are things that can work for us. And I forgot our break, so we're going to get a little bit longer of a break. We're at 5 minutes on the timer right now. If you have any feedback, I know that there were some comments in the chat about some potential improvements. Feel free to come up on stage. We can talk about it. We can make sure that Omar gets through that. And makes a determination on if that's something that we want to add. I am a project and program manager, so I am all about the Gantt charts and timelines and making sure that I can see clearly what my next tasks are. So I totally, totally get it. One of the other things that I wanted to say as far as just work, I did get through some things. There were a couple of things that I had to do just that were just really, really important and threw off a little bit of my goals. So my goals for this month are to get through the governance plan. But just to talk about some things of mindset shifts when it comes to productivity. Remember, we want to go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So a lot of times people think that just having talent determines what your success is. Um, and so people were kind of fearful of trying new things that you're not really super, super good at first. But just think of little mistakes that you're making along the way as progress and part of your learning process. So be open to taking on challenges and making sure that you're developing skills that you probably never thought that you could along the way. And that goes into reframing failure as setback. I used to see every setback as a reflection of what my abilities were, but A couple of times projects didn't go as planned, and I started taking those things that didn't go very well as feedback instead of failure. And so with every mistake, you get a little bit better, you get a little bit more insight into things that'll help you improve for the next time around. And it's definitely transformed the way that I handle obstacles. So if there's any other things that you can think of that kind of help you um, to have some mindset shifts when it comes to getting through your tasks, feel free to put those in the chat, or like I said, join me on stage as well. Let's see. Something else that helps me a lot is letting go of perfectionism. So a lot of times we don't even get started because we're worried about what the outcome is going to be. And what I find is I'm a bit of a procrastinator, which is why Blitz It helps me a ton. I just kind of set the timer and do it no matter what. Um, because what I see is that what I'm producing is not horrible. It's actually great and better than what other people produce. Like I get a lot of compliments on the work that I do put forward. So if I were to get stuck and trapped and it has to be perfect before it's done, I wouldn't even get to just something being produced that I can then go in and edit and fine tune a little bit later. So a lot of times we allow perfectionism to hold us back from being successful. Let's see. I talk about dealing with the progress that we're making along the way versus just the outcome. So what you put into it, those small steps, leads you towards your end goals, and that's one thing that kind of helps me a ton. All right, so we have about a minute and a half left. So make sure that you're hydrated. I have my water to the side. Uh, Stretch if you need, move around, get the little jitters or wiggles or whatnot out of you so you can go ahead and make this final 40-minute session super productive. And let me know if 40 minutes works. We have toyed around with different periods of time. I think there was a 25-minute session and a 30-minute session. I think there was a time when I was out and Omar led the session and we ended up on 40. I'm okay with it. It does give you enough time to kind of set and focus if you're a little bit off in the beginning. It gives you time to reframe and get work done. So give me feedback if that's enough time, too much time, and then also these 5-minute breaks. Now 5 minutes when I remember to set the timer, because I did not remember to set the timer this time, so we got a couple minutes extra. It could have been like 3 minutes, I'm not sure. And then ACDC, if you wanted to come on stage, feel free. We can chat during the next session. But we're going to get started in about 10 seconds on our final session for today. So remember, work on lists. Share with us what it is that you're planning to accomplish and where you're tuning in from. And we will get started right about now. All right. We are done with the final session today in Blitz Club Turbo Thursdays. I hope that this has been a productive time for you. If you were able to get through any task, go ahead and drop them in the chat so we can, celebrate your wins with you. I did want to give you some additional micro habits for success so you can add to your arsenal when it comes to being productive, staying motivated, and really just getting your work done. So one thing that I do is I set a daily gratitude situation in the morning. So you can just do a reminder, take 30 seconds each day. Normally I'm writing down 10 items that I am grateful for. Usually it's around my family, things that I'm experiencing at the moment. It really helps to level set and focus on the things that are positive that are going on and get you into that positive mental mindset. That simple habit can help you maintain perspective, even if you're going through challenging times, um, which is really good because sometimes it's hard to kind of pull yourself up out of troubling situations, but really centering yourself on what you're grateful for is really good with that. Limiting decision fatigue. So, pre planning. So, a lot of times I'll pre plan what I'm wearing for the day, I'll pre plan and make my lunches, or I'll get the same things and make those for lunch every day before going to bed. So it helps to clear your mental space for more important decisions. So when you think of things or people like Steve Jobs, he always wore the same thing. I know his name is escaping me, Facebook. He always wears his hoodie like there was just this thing, and it takes out just unneeded brain activity for them. And you may think it's super, super small, but really it's important because your brain has to make all types of decisions. It's making many decisions every single day that you're not even aware of. And so if you could just take those little bit of activities off of its list of things to talk through, super, super helpful. Then I would say celebrate tiny wins. So you may not feel as though you got through everything you wanted to get through today, but what you did do, stick it out during these two sessions and hopefully got some things at least chipped into through your list. You might not have completed everything. Like I did not complete what I was working on, but I did make some chunks. I removed some chunks, got into it so that I can see some progress. Another thing that you do is practice the 5 second rule. So whenever you feel hesitation to start a task, count down to five, four, three, two, one, and then just act immediately. There's a whole book on the subject, and I'll remember her name and get it to you next time. But I've read it, and it's super, super great. What it does is it just allows you to not let the doubt seep in when you're about to get up and go do something. I use that in the morning when I'm getting up out of bed. My alarm goes off. Instead of just sitting here contemplating what I'm going to do, maybe hit the snooze, just five, four, three, two, one it, get up and get going. And it really helps me to get my day started. The other things that you can do are set an alarm or a sticky note or something to remind you of a habit. So for me, my goal is to drink a gallon of water today because I'm working through 75 hard. So I set my water bottle on my desk and it allows me to stay hydrated. And I, in this session, have gotten all the way through this. So I need to drink, I think, 5 of these per day. And I've already gotten through 3. And part of it is just that it's sitting here and I'm kind of mindlessly drinking water. So I'll do certain things like if I have to take medicine for so whatever reason, I'll put that in the bathroom next to my toothbrush. And so I know if I'm taking it twice a day, I brush my teeth twice a day. So I take my medicine, then I brush my teeth, then I'm all good. I don't have to worry about forgetting to take my medicine. So there's all types of things that you can do that are little micro habits that can really help get into your success habit and your success arsenal. If there's anything that you can think of, even if the stream is no longer live, feel free to drop it in the comments and we'll go back and see if it's something that we can take moving forward. Um, if you have any questions, definitely get us in the chat. Inside of this chat, I know that I listed the link to our Facebook group. I can add the link to Discord as well, so that if you are interested in joining the Discord group for Blitz, you can do that. Hopefully this link leads there. If you have any questions, let me know. We're about 16 seconds away from being complete with today's Blitz Club. If you have any feedback, like I said, let us know. What are your wins? Just 1 second. Okay, and we are done for the day. Hopefully this was helpful to you. We will be here next week, same time, 6 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Central, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, working 2 40-minute work sessions with 5-minute breaks in between. See you next week.